What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Glitcher23 here, back with another reaction. Today we got a familiar set of names. And I say names because there's a lot of people on this track that unfortunately I wasn't able to fit in the title. We got, just reading off the title of the music video, the M&E family, Outline and Chalk. And the official track is by Boondox, featuring Twiztid, Blaze You Dead Homie, the r.o.c, Ski, Lex the Hexmaster, and Young Wicked. Now, we've heard a lot of these names before. We haven't dived into everybody's a track from every single one of these every single one of these rappers, but a lot of them we heard on that We Keep Grinding track, or whatever it's called, from ICP. We heard a lot of these names on that track, or a previous Psychopathic Records freestyle. I'm not too sure. We've heard a lot of these names before, so I think the only new one that's here for me is the r.o.c, Lex the Hexmaster, and Young Wicked. I think those are the only ones here that are new for me. But we got a pretty stacked roster for this track. So without further ado, and quite a long track, without further ado, if you guys want to see more from any of these guys in the future, y'all know what to do by this point. Hit that like button if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below what you guys want to see next, share your thoughts, opinions about the track, and my reaction to it by the end of the video. You guys want to join my Discord Glitcher Gang? Link will be located down below in the description, along with the rest of my social medias. But other than that, man, we finna just check this out. Like I said, we got I think 10 or more rappers on this track alone. So, and the reason we're doing this was suggested by someone in the Glitcher Gang. And for those of you who don't know, there is a requests tab in my Discord that you guys can suggest me reactions in the future. We're finally getting started, getting into those requests. We're gonna do one every single day starting today, and this is from, I think, I don't remember who this is from. Let me give them a shout out real quick. Let me give them a shout out from the Discord. Let me see. This is from my boy Poe. My boy Poe in the Discord. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the request. Sorry it took so long to get to. But hey, it's better late than never, right? Let's get into it. First, we got Jamie and r.o.c.
Drowned you in an undertow, all in search of antidote. Something to relieve us from the condescending, overbearing bitches selling rainbows and sound scan barcodes. Tell you what I've heard, more hard come from an artichoke. Shadow bearer, my aura grayscale. Any measure they say killing's free, cause they know that the murder sales. I'll go into hell, but since we've been here all along, so welcome home, mother.
Yeah, you can tell these dudes were definitely from Psychopathic Records at one point. Oh my god, let's take it back. Let's focus.
Drowned you in an undertow, all in search of antidote. Something to relieve us from the condescending, overbearing bitches selling rainbows and sound scan barcodes. Tell you what I've heard, more hard come from an artichoke. Shadow bearer, my aura.
Hold up. Let me see that line. He said, I've heard more heart come from an artichoke. Ooh. Okay, Jamie, I see you. I think I think Jamie was on that track too, to be honest. The Kept Grinding track. I think he was. His name sounds familiar.
Grayscale, any measure they say killing's free, cause they know that the murder sales. I'll go into hell, but since we've been here all along, so welcome home, motherfucker. Now you're outlining chalk.
I choke these bitches out, them bitches with a rope right out of switches. Bottom wishes down on Burger Holler underneath the bridges in the Boondox, where they all summoned up a heathen seeking blood and retribution from a scarecrow demon. Now I rose about the red plate, them Georgia dirt roads with a crow up on my shoulder and a hole for a fucking soda. Join a group of misfits with the same type of interest to kill all these sons of bitches. We the fucking magic ninjas.
He said, I joined this group of people who have the same interests as me, basically like killing bitches and just being like kind of crazy, being kind of wild, gruesome with their rhymes, you know. It's always good to see very similar type of MCs come together on big collaborations like this, although they most of the time they won't necessarily hit with everyone, because a lot of people are just specifically there for maybe one rapper, or they don't really like one rapper in the group. You know what I mean? It's still good that these type of big cypher collaborations still happen in today's generation.
Outline in short. So many fucking bodies in it, fucking bodies. In line, they fall. Nobody's leaving cause we're killing everybody.
Who's up next?
Killing everybody.
Lazy Dead Homie. I definitely remember Blaze.
Killing everything. In this motherfucker till the last one stands and there's no one left.
Outline etched out, like yellow tape stretched out. Put the 45 up to
Outlining like yellow tape. Obvious bar, but something I thought I'd point out.
outline etched out, like yellow tape stretched out. Put the 45 up to a dome and go. Let it rain, chunks of skull, bits of brain. Cause the dead man walks the street once again. Staring death in the face, got a casket on space. And an opportunity to train you back into my place. In the shadows I attack, you know it's blazing dead. Homie, motherfucker, but kill that.
Nothing is half as brutal, but now we got a crew though that's fucking out, it ain't noodle.
I remember this dude specifically because I remember he had one of the most unique voices on that Camp Grinding track. Dude, let me make sure that I'm making sense when talking about that track. Let me make sure I know what I'm talking about. Let me look at the names on that track real quick. Was he not on that? Hold up. Who we? Oh yeah, Monoxide was on there. I think his name was Monoxide Child on that one though. I think his name was Monoxide Child on that one, which for this one I think it's just Monoxide.
You know it's blazing dead, homie, motherfucker, but kill that.
Bring the duo. Nothing is half as brutal, but now we got a crew though that's fucking out, it ain't noodle. Everybody that you know is rocking a bunch of pseudo. While my lyrics do backflips and I spit the evil judo. I can talk off the blood like I was sipping on that ouzo. But no, I'm not a dog, I just wanna kill the untruthful. The perfect murderous people, you can hear it when I talk. If I could, I'd leave the whole world outlined in chalk.
Damn. He said if I could, I'd leave the whole world outlined in chalk. Hey, not gonna lie, Monoxide definitely has the best verse, hands down. Hands down right now, Monoxide has the best verse. Oh, that's a dope Captain America graffiti. Hey man, I kind of like the more like rock type of instrumental they're kind of leaning more towards, especially with like on the hook right here. Everybody sounds great on this type of beat so far, but I think, like I said, personally me right now, Monoxide definitely has the best verse.
Cremated ashes, hashing a couple moon rocks. I smoke your whole crew in a blunt the size of a shoebox. Immortal technique.
He said, I smoke your whole crew with a blunt in the size of a shoebox. What the Yo. Dude, what the hell? This dude sounds completely different compared to everyone else. And he's the only one without the face paint so far.
Cremated ashes, hashing a couple moon rocks. I smoke
really
your whole crew in a blunt the size of a shoebox. Immortal technique. I fuck a bitch on the rooftop and throw her off the roof with Tupac and walk off drinking a juice box.
Oh, I just see what he did there. So, let me read this. Immortal technique. I'll fuck a bitch on a rooftop and throw her off the roof with Tupac and walk off drinking a juice box. So, let me explain this. Let me explain that. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. So, the immortal technique, I'll fuck a bitch on a rooftop line, that's referring to his track Dance with the Devil. It's a storytelling track where towards the end the character immortal technique was rapping about rapes his mother unknowingly on a rooftop, about to kill her, and at the end of the track, the dude who raped his mother ends up jumping off the rooftop. But like I said, he raped her on the rooftop. Then he led that into the Tupac line with the juice box, obviously a reference to the Tupac movie Juice. Come on, man. That's a line that will go over a lot of people's heads. People will be like, "Who the fuck is Immortal Technique?" and be like, "Why did he talk about Tupac right there?" Come on, man. That's a clever ass line. That was clever. That was clever.
Box Immortal Technique. I fuck a bitch on the rooftop and throw her off the roof with Tupac and walk off drinking a juice box. Put a pool ball inside a tube sock. Crack your head open and skull fuck you with a huge cock. And leave your body in the cornfields with Boondox. Get outlined and piss. Tell the cops to bring some new chalk.
Hide in plain sight, game monster. Walk with the public to never suspect the black motherfucker subject. Being a day one serial killer guns. Dance in my arsenal, but my sickle so fun. The sun, it cooks the blood for me. Just a mix in the mix at my regular job. Shifting the beat, the tick, the top. No 48, cause they'll never catch the rock. The R.o.c, whatever they choose to call me. Murder they think, but me. Shit, I know better. I'm a trooper, a patriot that makes the planet fresher with the bodies that lay in my house decayed. One less mouth to breathe, ozone will flourish indeed. Outline in short. So many fucking.
Very interesting that they decided to give those two, like a slow down, almost like completely calm type instrumental compared to everybody else. I think they definitely have two of the strongest verses too, along with what was his name earlier? What was his name? There's a lot of people on this, so I do apologize. And it was also late at night. Monoxide, but dude, Monoxide and this previous dude, not the R.o.c, but Gmo, fucking killed their verses. I'm not even gonna lie. They killed their verses. I might have to give it to Gmo just based off of how deep that Immortal Technique line was. Shout out to Immortal Technique, obviously. Rest in peace, Pac. That was such a smart line that I wasn't expecting.
Killing everybody, no regret. Killing everyone, welcome death. Killing everything. In this motherfucker till the last one stands, and there's no one left.
Thanks, we got Lex.
I spit like a lethal weapon, possessing the sickest methods to turn your city to wreckage. Who can handle us? Wicked band of thugs, put your hammers up. Queens County strangler, banging you till you bandaged up. Using one hand to crush. I don't play no characters. Real life savage will choke, smack, and embarrass you. After running after you, half of you niggas nervous while talking crazy on verses. But Lex is ugly and posing, motherfuckers. Cut him and kill him.
Oh my fucking god, they brought Harry Mack for this bitch. Hey, if you know, you know. But man, why is everybody, ever since Monoxide, actually been spazzing? Everybody since Monoxide has actually been like slaughtering their verses. No offense to the first three people, especially Boondox, considering this is his track. But everyone is spazzed since Monoxide. Like, what the fuck?
Niggas nervous while talking crazy on verses. But Lex is ugly and posing, motherfuckers. Cut him and kill him and swim in the blood, yo. I'm keeping the wicked shit breathing, trying to get even, giving no fucks, bro. Young cutthroat, serving them up with that nutso. Psycho, sick shit. The sound of the flesh when I rip it so sadistic. I'ma walk in the house with a killer intention to choke. Wake you up with the edge of the blade, if I put your knife to your throat. Keep your body with me, cause it helped me feel like I'm not so alone. Cut off the skin and then make me a coat. Put it on and I'm gone. Young wicked, young wicked, young wicked. Line in short. So many fucking bodies in it, fucking bodies in.
I will say this hook is getting a little old on me already. I'm not gonna lie, like that was like not too big of a complaint I had on the Kept Grinding track, but this is like the fourth time we already heard this hook. You know, I think they could have shortened it to 2 or 3 times, but I think this is like already the 4th or 5th time. That's really my only critique about this so far. I think everyone's really been killing their verses. It's actually kind of insane how solid this track's been so far.
Nobody's leaving cause we're killing everybody. Killing everybody. No regret. Killing everyone. Welcome down. Killing everything.
We got next. Clockwork with the scene.
I'm that new classical bastard. I'm dragging these raggedy old dogs off into the pasture. I'm laughing and leading Lassie out back for the final chapter. It's graphic, they're gonna be Casper. I'm lasting and grabbing the chalk and outlining these bitches' caskets. Everybody wanna be bumming, they come dumb stuff. Thinking they run some dumb, but I'm an insane Usain Bolt. With the pace of a force hug to the back of the skull. Tactic goals and A-bomb, taking away till the pain don't wait no more. My gorilla, you writing that fiction, I'm living the war.
You don't wanna fuck with it.
You know what I like about this track? Like a lot more compared to Kept Grinding. I won't say a lot more, but more compared to Kept Grinding. Everybody seems more unique on this type of track. Like everybody on that Kept Grinding track kind of like almost looked identical, sounded identical, flows were identical, deliveries were kind of identical. Everybody's kind of being themselves, and they all work so well. And I think every single one of them really push each other's pin game. Like every verse, and I'm really sticking ever since Monoxide. Every verse since Monoxide's verse has been getting harder and harder and more unique and more serious. Honestly, that's something that like you need to happen in a long track. A long track, for it to keep the listener's attention, it needs to get better throughout time. That way, by the end of the track, you're just like, what the fuck did I just listen to? Like, you had to, like, you literally got skull fucked. Like one of them said earlier. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
People when they come dumb stuff, thinking they run some dumb, but I'm an insane Usain Bolt with the pace of a full force hug to the back of the skull.
I've heard this type of style.
And A-bomb, taking away till the pain don't wait no more. My gorilla, you writing that fiction, I'm living the war.
You don't wanna fuck with a great gorilla goon. I'm a vicious visionary, bury him deep and consume. Hail to the blood moon, it's the year of the sword. Save the stains on my blade, but fearing your ass coming Lord. Drinking Coors Light with the children of the corn, fucking whores right. Chucking Molotovs, bitches,
children with the corn
minds will inside of my insight. Dark hoodie and an old knife, apes in a bark and bite. Outline in short, so many fucking bodies in it, fucking bodies. In line, they fall. Nobody's leaving cause we're killing everybody. Killing everybody. No regret. Killing everyone. Welcome down. Killing everything. In this motherfucker till the last one stands, and there's no one left.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I'm definitely glad that I decided to check that one out, because holy shit. Everyone just absolutely spat. I can understand it falling off a little bit with Mr. Gray's verse right there towards the end. It seemed like he's not really a rapper. He's just more maybe the manager or the man behind their label, maybe, you know. So it is cool that if he is like some kind of like bigger role in all these rappers like lives, like manager wise, or like just director of their company, their studio, whatever you want to call it, their record label. It's understandable, you know, that his verse wasn't too crazy towards the end, you know what I mean? But it wasn't a bad verse. It definitely wasn't. It was probably the weakest verse on the whole thing, but it wasn't. It's still not a bad verse, especially if he isn't a rapper himself, you know. But holy shit, man! Everybody's just pen game was really pushed to the limits on this one, you know. And usually I'm not the biggest fan of like seeing these like 30-second verses, but that's the only thing you could really do when you have this many MCs on same track like this. You know what I mean? They had to make their moment shine and make every single second count. And I think pretty much almost everyone did. You know what I mean? And like I said, compared to the Kept Grinding track, there's just a lot more. I think that all the artists were more unique in their own ways. The flows, the deliveries, their voices especially. A lot of things more unique about this track compared to Kept Grinding. And I really did enjoy that Kept Grinding track. Don't get me wrong. I really did enjoy it. But this definitely had some Kept Grinding type of vibes with what everybody was doing. But like I said, it was just more unique to me personally. Let me know what you guys thought about that in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed and want to see more from any of the following artists, to be honest, I already forgot who I all said in the beginning of the intro. This is like a 20-minute reaction by this point. I don't want to waste any more time. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord if you guys want to see your requests soon. I'm starting to get to them, and we're doing one every single day for right now. You know what I mean? So, but thank y'all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.